welcome back to the motherfucking Mateo Priest Experience. I am your host as usual. I don't know why I'm saying I'm your host as usual now, but fuck, we'll deal with it, man. It's this channel, man. We do fucking shit like that. Today's video is not gonna be some overarching philosophical topic. It's not gonna be just straight up advice I'm giving you guys on how to reach your goals a little better. No, instead, this is just like a checkpoint for you guys, because I do this to myself sometimes, and it's helped me a lot. And I want you guys to do this too. I'm just gonna ask you a question. You just respond to yourself, truthfully. If you're not truthful with this, just know you're a little bitch. You can write down if you really need to get more in depth, but you can probably just answer it. And that's, are you putting in enough effort? Are you putting in enough effort? There is a way to know if you are, so we're going to compare that with your results. Now, I asked myself this question. What if I asked myself this question? I asked myself this question a lot. I mean, I'll apply this to my overall purpose, my work in the gym, my fucking relationships, my videos like this, like everything. You can apply this shit to literally motherfucking everything, because it works for everything. It's that like big all around vague question, but it works. And there's a way to really like scientifically see. It's not scientific, but there's a scientific way to see if you actually are putting in enough effort, and that's responded by another question. Look, we all have problems, alright, and problems arise, we deal with them. How we know if we're putting in enough effort is if there are consistently new problems. And I don't mean the problem that come to you that like life hands out to you, like, oh, your dog exploded. You have nothing to do with that. Sure, maybe you shouldn't have put your dog in a minefield, but let's boil this down to the gym. You haven't benched 225 in a while. In fact, you haven't gone for 225. That's a problem you haven't solved. You don't know if you're eating enough food, enough protein, and you haven't bothered to really check, have you? So that's another problem you haven't solved. If you are consistently hitting new problems, like next PR, or is this back day really that effective? What can I do on my leg day to really burn out my fucking quads? And you answer those questions, and then you got new ones like, okay, now my quads are fucked up. What can I do for my shoulders? I mean, my front delt, I know isn't as good as the rest of my body, or my hamstrings aren't as good. Blah, 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 blah. If you're consistently seeing new problems, you are putting in enough effort. If you are still plagued by the same goddamn issues that have been with you for weeks, or just months at this fucking point, then you know you're not putting in enough effort. For the longest fucking time, when I first started my self-improvement, it was all about the gym. It was all about the reps I would put in. And I remember it was like January 21st of like 2 fucking years ago. And I was running to myself like, I have meditated 3 times in the past 3 or 4 months. Every time I would journal to myself, it would be, I need to meditate. I need to meditate tomorrow. Maybe I can, blah, blah, blah. But it would always be the same fucking issue. I need to meditate. I would write down where, but I wouldn't just fucking do it. It's like I remember I would literally lie in bed where I journal, or on my fucking chair. It depends on how I feel when I journal. And I was journaling, and I was like, man, what the fuck? I've had this issue for so fucking long. This was before I even knew about this, like, progress check question. That makes it sound like an assignment. I hate wording it like that, but it does kind of work. Progress check assignment. Question, rather. So I had this question. I had this fucking problem for like 3 or 4 fucking months. It didn't take me until another like 2 or 3 months of myself just asking myself, why am I not meditating? Why haven't I do this? To just actually consistently meditate. And I changed my life once I did. And once I started doing consistent meditations, I was like, okay, how can I make this better now? Now I actually like listen to someone meditating alongside me, and that'll help ground me even more. Ooh, that's a good idea. And then now I'm like, oh, I'll meditate twice a day. That's gonna give me the absolute best results, and it has. It genuinely fucking has. Morning and night has given me amazing presents throughout the day. Beard, I need to fucking shave, man. My beard's itchy as fuck. Guys, beard problems. What else? I mean, that's honestly probably the end of the video. If it keeps going for a few more minutes, you'll see that I add some other shit that came to my mind. I'm gonna speak out. But that's genuinely a great fucking question. It's a great example of just maybe you've faced the same problem for a long fucking amount of time, and that should be a sign that you're not doing it. You're not going hard enough. Maybe you're not fully in. Maybe you just need to fucking answer that one problem and be the fuck out of it. When I was doing college applications, I didn't upload my SAT score for so many fucking weeks. It was one fucking page, and that ended up genuinely, that was like the one thing I needed to do, and I would have been done way fucking sooner. Way sooner. For some reason, I did it. Maybe I convinced myself that it was gonna be a huge process instead of a few buttons. Maybe I was just dumb like that. Maybe that's just a fucking excuse. Anyway, I didn't do it for so fucking long, and that ended up just prolonging and procrastinating the process. Fuck you, plane. I'm gonna wait for it to pass over. Hold on. I don't know if y'all guys can hear it, but you probably fucking can. That ended up prolonging the process for so long, and I don't want other people having that. The best way, if you're prolonging something, if it's just procrastination, just go fucking do it. Just go fucking do it. If it's another problem like, am I eating enough protein, and you genuinely don't know, maybe you need to check out other resources. Check out how much calories you use in a day. Search up the average, search up body height. Maybe there's a graph you can use somewhere, another table from scientists who know this shit better. For me, that's a great. I've always asked myself this question, especially in the past year or so. Yeah, in the past year or so, honestly, it's a good, actually very accurate benchmark. Maybe a little less, where I've asked myself this question like, oh, am I going hard enough? Am I progressing enough? And it's a simple question: are the same problems there? An amazing book by, I forgot his name. It's just called Action is the Way Forward. The Obstacle is the Way, by Ryan E. Holiday. The obstacle is the way. And it starts with a quote says, the impediment to action is the forward of action. By solving the obstacle, you are actually moving forward. And that makes complete fucking sense to me. And it makes sense for this example that I'm using. And I want you guys to go into your life using this prompt to talk to yourself and using that quote, honestly, the impediment to action will advance the action or something like that. Like solving the obstacle, solving the problem will advance you, will advance whatever your goals or desires are. Boom. That's the end of this video. If you don't like cornbread, suck a dick. Shout out all my 305 shooters. I'm schizophrenic and I have a gun. Alright, end of this video. Peace, y'all have a good one. Those who never do will never know. Just ask yourself this question, get yourself talking to yourself. If you come out of this video genuinely benefiting, subscribe, help my boy out, helps me out, and I'm gonna help you guys. I'm gonna pump out more videos, pump out better videos. If you're still watching, comment fucking Mudkip, MUDKIP. I think that's a Pokemon, bro. I fuck with that Mudkip. Alright, peace.